Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. What a dreadful performance. Sterling shouldn't get near our Champions League team. He shouldn't get near our kids' team. Sterling was absolutely terrible. Imagine if Mahrez did the same, Haj. Jesus is not the one for me. He doesn't create or score big goals regularly, in my opinion. Sterling needs the boot, and I'm hearing Sterling could get a wage boost. Rubbish. It doesn't matter if players not good enough. You can't be losing to a 10-man team with 50 million on the clock. 50 minutes. Yeah, look, players aren't good enough. That Dre, all were not good enough. Only man who was top class was Dino. I think Dino was good. I think Stones was good. I need to see that stuff at the end to see how bad it was. Shocking quest. It was horrible. High Prithvi. It was a horrible performance. Horrible to watch. Not enough desire. Yeah, when you're down to 10 men, you should be moving them around. You should be charging forward. And this is what I don't understand. Why was Fernandinho time and time again left at the back? He's not got a chance against Rafinha. Not a chance. They could have scored another couple of goals, Leeds on the break. Shocking defending from City. You've got to put a guy with pace. It was terrible. The weakness of Pelt's falls. No, I don't know. That was a weakness, Ivan. Oops. Just give me a sec. Guys, give me a sec. I've got to take this. Hello? Hello? Who is it? Drop dead. Well, there you go. Once you tell a company, do not call me with your unsolicited calls, why are you calling me years later with your unsolicited calls? That's extremely frustrating. Anyway, you can see my mood. It's probably not a good idea to call me. The thing is, here's the thing, Ivan. Okay, and guys, listen carefully to what I'm going to say, because you know, hopefully you'll understand where I'm coming from. You'll understand where I'm coming from. Okay, now I've said it before, and you'll see this. Look around. Look at what Delph did when he went to Everton. It was all right at City generally. Rubbish at Everton. Look what Otamendi. He was okay. You know, he had some great seasons at City. Okay, goes to Benfica. They hate him over there, the fans. They say he's rubbish. See players who leave City, where they go and how they do. Then decide how good they were. Look at Mendy as an example. Look at one or two others as well. In a top-class City side, full of your De Bruyne's, full of your Gundogan's, full of your currently Foden and Mahrez, yeah, full of the top players. Mendy can look all right. Mendy can look all right. Other players can look all right. But when you've got a bunch of those players who can look all right in a good team together, it's not good enough. You got and Pep makes some awful decisions. But you got Mendy there looking awful. Cancelo, what's he done? And all these people blowing smoke up his backside saying he's the best right back in the world. On what? On a couple of months of, it probably wasn't that, 4-6 weeks, even 8 weeks of top class football going forwards defensively. Look who was at fault defensively today for goals. Have a look and tell me who made mistakes defensively, giving cheap free kicks away and letting people past him. Cancelo. That's not best right back in the world. All those people who want to complain about Trent Alexander-Arnold, who are not Liverpool fans, and turn around and say, oh, he's rubbish, he can't defend. Well, have a look at Cancelo. Sometimes Cancelo's great, same as Alexander-Arnold. Going forward, they're both great. But sometimes he's horrible, making basic errors. Very frustrating. So you got in that team who weren't good enough. I don't care if he's not played for 3-4 months. He was bobbins. He's just on a left. He's got a left foot. Mendy was awful. Sterling was diabolical. Jesus was rubbish. Torres lacked confidence. He got the goal, but he had a poor game for me. Too many players. Okay. Now, Torres with 9 or 10 great players behind him, he'd have been all right. Sterling is the same. They rely on people like KDB, Gundogan, and others pulling players apart, pulling teams apart, and that gives them their opportunities. But when they ask to do it themselves, rubbish. Let's go through your comments, guys. Boothie, poor, vulnerable, ineffective side, capitalised upon by smart manager with good football inside. Zinchenko was good to City original. So for me. Hit and hope crosses. Sterling was so great, poor, so rubbish, so awful, so undeserved. You know, I'm not here to say players should give them wages back, but there's some awful performances. So they were only in the game because, referee helped. We were only in the game because of that. We weren't good enough. This is the game when you need a number. I don't think you need a number 9. I think you need to play with more skill, more quality. Jesus hasn't got that. Look at the goal we scored. Look at the goal we scored. It was a quick dart into the centre by Fernandinho. Quick, decisive pass to Bernardo Silva. Was it a touch or was it first time or one touch? Then off to Torres. Nice, quick ball, decisive finish. Look at how many times we had the ball and we took too long. We let Leeds get back. Look how many opportunities we had to score. We couldn't take them with Sterling, with others. It was just poor. Sterling was terrible. The drag wide from him was awful. Stones was better, would have been better up front. Stone should have made a professional foul at the end. One for that. Hi, Faris. Sterling is greedy. Why will for the news of 35 having a foot race through? That's what in my notes I said. There is no way Fernandinho should be the last man. No way. Rafinha is faster than Mendy, Zinchenko, and the others. Why are we keeping Fernandinho as the man to do the business? Stupid. And yeah, Mendy should have gone. Mendy should have gone because we look better with Zinchenko at left back and Mendy down wide. But then you think, well, what's Mendy doing as our wide man up front? Surely Foden should have come on. As soon as we made that change to move Zinchenko to the left back, Mendy should have been hooked. Okay? He was awful. And all those people, all those idiots who say give him more time, look, he's been playing well. No, he hasn't. He's been surviving. He's had half a decent game here and there, but generally he's doing better. He's looked better because he's been playing with top players. Now you play with players who aren't at that high level. He's looked what he is, not good enough. Sterling, Cancelo, Jesus, very bad today. Says Faris. Yeah. 3 players I don't get what they were doing on the pitch: Sterling, Torres, and Mendy. Torres, I understand. I don't have a problem with Torres. Mendy, no, he shouldn't be Torres. We should have had, I said at the start, Zinchenko at left back and whoever you want, but not Mendy. I can accept Mendy being there, but then you're shoehorning Zinchenko and Mendy into the same team. I don't get that. Would Mendy even make the grid in our reserves? I don't know, mate. One thing is, against Dortmund, all those chances Foden had, if he had a number 9, Foden could have squared it across, and at least one of them would have been a tapping. Good point. People are still going to slip Ben Mendy, even though there was. Who's worse than Mendy? I mean, you can say Sterling, but Mendy was. Here's the thing: there's no point saying there were 3 worst players. If those players, that's out of 10 performance. Torres did nothing. I've done that one. I think we should really reconsider if Cancelo should play over Zinchenko against Dortmund. Cancelo hasn't been doing well enough in the first leg as well. Otamendi's actually doing well. Well, he's doing well now, but for so long in the season, the fans were criticising him, especially when he joined. They said he was awful, but it's not that, and people don't want to understand that. I said, how on earth could we have Delph and Zinchenko as a left back for 2 seasons? How on earth can you do that? It's because everybody else was so good. And in those seasons, I said the same. I said those guys weren't good enough. Okay? But because of the system, because of the players around them, they actually did good enough. But they weren't good enough, if you understand that. Haaland, Kane, Lukaku for me, big 6-foot striker that bags goals for fun. Look, guys, you can't make a knee-jerk reaction because of one game. You can't do that. Okay, here's the thing. Listen to me, if we started with Foden, if we started with Mahrez, if we started with KDB, if we started with Gundogan, if we started Ruben Diaz, there's 5 players. And if we start, let's say just those 5, if we started with those 5 against Leeds, because we've taken all the quality out, all that top quality. Yeah, I know, Faris, I forgot. Game's just finished now. I was watching the game on my VPN. Right, I'm back. I'm all right now. I realised and I thought, can I get away with it? No, I can't. While we were playing Fernandinho at centre back, on happy as we have got a point here. We should have got a point. Okay, now here's the thing: we've got 6 games. We still need 10 points, and this is frustrating. The loss against United, the loss against Leeds, the league should have been done. Mendy wasn't bad. Sorry, Ahmed. Mendy was awful. Okay. He hasn't got the pace to do it left back, and he gave us nothing. He did one half decent cross in that I can remember in the game. Why is he playing as your left winger when you got Phil Foden? He's rubbish at left back because, all right, he's not okay. Let's be a bit more kinder. He's not good enough at left back. He hasn't got the pace. He hasn't got the skill. He hasn't got the knowledge to how to defend. And going forwards, his crossing's not good enough. He's not offering us anything. He can rarely take people on. Concentration of eye to form and simply not good enough players. That's it, Boothie. I've said it many times. You cannot play too many players who haven't played enough, like Ake, like Torres, and players who are out of form, not contributing or not good enough. You can't chuck them all together. And look, even with the chucking them all together, we nearly did it because of the system. Dortmund were licking the lips, absolutely. I don't think so. No, because let me repeat: Phil Foden will start, Mahrez will start, KDB will start, Gundogan will start, Diaz will start. They can lick the lips as much as they want, and probably Rodri will start. They can lick the lips as much as they want. With those 5 or 6 players, it's a totally different team. Well, I'd have had Sterling on the right, and I'd give Torres a go on the left and Sterling on the right just to see what happens. Cancelo was awful, but he's better going forward. Yeah, but we didn't need him going forward. But here's the thing, Dre, without a lot of space, he didn't do much going forwards either. Zinchenko, Stones and Ferner were good today. Bernardo did well in the second half. But Zinchenko, here's the thing, Faris. Zinchenko's putting, I call them hits and hope, blind crosses into the box, hoping that we'll do well. And Leeds have got 5 or 6 men trying to defend, and we've got 2 or 3 in the box. What's the point? Fernandinho got caught out for his pace for the second Leeds goal. Yeah, but you can't. I don't blame Fernandinho for that. I blame other people and whoever put Fernandinho. Put Sterling there. He's got the pace. Sons was good going forwards, but awful in defense. Look, we were taking risks. He's not been good for 2 years. There you go. I said it. People on for that. He's not been good enough for 2 years. We could have won that game. Yeah, we had loads of chances. Loads of chances. The only player I think had a good game is Stones, Sizoma. De Bruyne should have come on. I agree. Originally, he should have got at least 10 minutes out of him. But I know why we're doing it. So Pep can't say I'm going out to win every game because he wasn't. He's saving the place for Dortmund. So don't give. Please, just be honest with us. We need a good strike in the legs. I'll fight. I don't think it's just that. Look, Drake, 20 chances. Don't need a number 9 to put 2 in the box. Sterling puts that shot away. I think we go on to win the game. Look at the chances we had and we didn't take them. Look at the Stones header. Look at all the, that you turn around and say, these were reasonable chances. People are still talking about it. Dre says easily top 5 worst defeats I've witnessed. Well, we were just taken to the cleaners. Brian says Sterling out. Can't argue with that. Jack, you need to send Pep your notes. There's no point, man. No point, Jack. Pep will do what he does. He's not going to listen to me. Hey, guys, if you're new to the channel, it'd be nice if you could subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos that come out. Give us a thumbs up. Look, I've said it all season. You cannot put too many players who are out of form, unfit, or not had many matches recently, or are not good enough in one team. You're chucking people like Zinchenko. You're chucking people like Ben Mendy, Torres. Okay, I'm not saying he's not good enough. Unfit, out of form. Ake, Sterling. There's 5 for you. You chucked them all in. Cancelo's not really been firing. We weren't good enough. We were just way off the mark. Mendy leads to leave now. End of the season will do. Losing to a 10-man team with 50 minutes on the clock. That's terrible. We wouldn't have lost if Walker played today if you think... Well, no, Faris. Walker wouldn't have done better with his pace would have been useful. I think he'll play a start against Dortmund. His pace would have been useful, but I don't think he's going to have the concentration defensively because he doesn't have it. Ben Mendy's finished. He was finished 2 years ago. City would have got rid of him 2 years ago if there was a buyer. There isn't. I think it's a disgrace that people think it wasn't a red. Faris, for me, it was between a yellow and a red. It's a kick on the knee. It's a between. You need to see it a few times to decide. It's somewhere between. Some people say it's a red. Some people say it's a yellow. I think it's more than a yellow. So it's between a yellow and a red. When you beat him multiple times, it was too easy beyond 100 games. Too easy. Cameron says he didn't see Silling in the second half, though he was out. He was rubbish. Very unprofessional, says Chris. Pep just wanted his mentor to. I don't think that's the case. I think we were just we were tactically naive and inept, and we didn't have the right personnel on the pitch. King of Assists, not the results I expected. I agree. Mendy incredibly slow. He was getting skinned out by Raphinha. Look, Raphinha at critical talk would beat most of our defenders, but not that easily. You can't be doing that. Need Walker at right back, says Akash. Yeah, Faris, I know. I took my VP on off. Selling like 3 long shots in the first half, landing in the second. Oh, yeah. Look, guys, trust me, it's in my notes. No, Akash, I never said he deserves a pay rise. I never said that because he's not done well enough for me. We deserve to lose, but we could have won. I don't say we deserve to lose, Faris, but they had their chances. I think a draw would have been, I would have thought was a fair result, but I don't think we deserve to win. Too many changes cost us. Sell Jesus to. Look, I'll tell you later. Jesus isn't the man for me. He isn't. He was too greedy. There's far too many players on there greedy. Sterling, too greedy. Jesus, too greedy. Good options, and they just hold the ball, trying to get the glory for themselves. Or behave. This is a team. It needs a team to win as a team, not as individuals. Critical Talk wants Harry Kane or Danny Ings. Mendy needs to leave by Grimaldo. I don't know about that. Ultimate smashing grass, says Ikram. Jesus wasn't bad. Say he's not good enough for our first 11. He's not good enough. That's it. So I don't even want him in our second 11 because this is our second, mostly our second 11. Pep has his eye on the Champions League. That's why he made so many changes. I agree, City original, but I agree with your point. But then it shows you that these players aren't good enough. These players with the rest of the first team works. It works all day long. Okay, but 6 or 7 of these players together, it don't work. And so then you have to ask yourself, do you want better players? Do you want slightly better players? I've said many times, our system is what's winning us games. Our system. If the personnel fit into that system, then their quality can shine. When KDB came back from injury, he didn't fit into our system. His passing was wayward. It was disguised, masked by that wonderful cross for a goal a few games ago with his left foot from wide out on the right. People thought, wow, but his general overall play wasn't right. When he fitted into our system, the tiki-taka, small passes, short passes, okay, his quality, his top level quality could shine, and then he shone. And it's the same with others. So we need players who can shine better than these. Got to give Leeds credit, says Anthony. Absolutely. No question about that. They worked their socks off. They deserved everything they got. I can't argue with that. King of Sis's men was a joke. We're thinking the same thing. Don't sacrifice the point going for 3 90th-minute winner. Yeah, it's pathetic, Dre. And remember, Raphinha had another chance when he was through, and the other had another chance when they were through. So we could have got beat 3 or 4. We should still win it, Ivan. But it's not over till it's over. So frustrating because it affects your morale, it affects your motivation, not your motivation, your confidence. Yeah, you win this game, your run goes on. Now, look, I said this season could unravel. People don't believe me. We got Dortmund. We could go out on Wednesday at Dortmund. We could lose to Chelsea at weekend. Yeah, we could lose in the next league game to Villa or Palace or whoever we're playing, or draw. And United could win all theirs, and they'd be 6 points behind. We'd be a little bit worried with 5 games to go. Then we've got the Carabao Cup final. In the next 2 weeks, we could be out of the Champions League out of the FA Cup and lose the Carabao Cup in 2 weeks and a day. In the next 15 days, we could be out of 3 competitions. I'm not being negative. I'm being honest. Yeah. Having said that, we could have won the Carabao Cup, through to the FA Cup final, through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. It's 3 games that will decide that. But you don't want to go into such a run of games off the back of a lousy performance, even if it's not your first team players. I wouldn't sell a lot of them. King R7, I wonder if that's Ronaldo himself. Says City will get knocked out at Dortmund on Wednesday. While leave Aki and take off Mendy. Yeah, Dre. See, why couldn't Aki have gone to left back and you drop and you throw Mendy out? I can understand Aki, it's his first game since Boxing Day, so you can understand he might just be blowing a bit. We had to go out and nip the league in the bud. Now we are, absolutely paying between winning. So now we have to play a better team for more games. So I said that Man United game will come back to hurt us because we won't be bothered. If we'd lost today and we'd beaten Man United, we'd still be 11 points clear. We'd still be 14 points clear. They'd have a game in hand. We'd still be whatever. If they win the game in hand, 11 points clear, we're still winning the league comfortably and we can still take it easy. But now, 8 points, that's assuming Man United win their games in hand. 8 points, you start to worry. Quest says some players need to have a look at themselves. It's not the highest wage bill in the country, and some of these players are simply not up to it. Thing is, Quest, honestly, the time for looking is gone. You don't look at yourself after a bad performance. You look at yourself early, in your season, pre-season, and tell yourself you're going to do it. Don't look after a poor performance. Cancelo was also bad. It was a one-off game. He was very poor defensively. I told you about Edison save. If he covered the area below him, he would save that. Come on, Faris. Why didn't Edison get down to the shot that went? If you're going to tell me, here's the thing. If Edison had dived low on the shot that went in, maybe he'd have saved that as well. It's a possibility. He got lucky. You got to understand that Rafinha was on his right foot. He didn't want to be on his right foot. He didn't have many options, Rafinha. He wanted to be on his left. Jason, we will win the title. Jason says, I think we will win our Champions League game. Not sure how many more wins to get the title. We need 3. Zinchenko put a couple of really good free kicks. Stones headed on just wide and Torres got too much on. Yeah, so there were other chances. From open place, Zinchenko didn't do enough for me. Look, for the team we don't. And we should more and more of our players should be at a higher level. Some of these players aren't that high enough. Quest says Mendy is done at this level. What a waste of squad space. We didn't put out a strongest lineup, but we could have. Absolutely, Faris. Look, for the hard chances we had, we should have done better. Cancelo, Fernandinho, Gundo, Torres, Jesus, Sterling, Bernardo, all missed chances. Loads of them missed chances, Faris. And that's always a problem with us. There were multiple times Sterling didn't pass to Torres and Jesus when they're in better position. Several. I don't know how many. 3 or 4. A stat says that all outfield players took a shot today. Yeah, there's no point. It makes no difference if it's a lousy shot. Do you think Sterling deserves more money? Kicking the pants. Not a new contract. Maybe a new contract on the same money, but I said it last season. I said it earlier this season. If someone offers us 100 million, take the money. 80 million, I'd think about it. Someone offered us 100 million for Sterling, I'd take it because the last 2 seasons he hasn't contributed enough. This is what Sterling's done. He's dropped from one of those players that makes a lot of things happen to a player who's now at the level that he needs great players around him to give him more time and space. He can't do enough for himself. Pep should have started a strong side and then went in front, take them off. I understand why he didn't. No, I understand why he didn't do it, and I agree with that. But you got to get these players to stand up. Got to stand up, and they didn't. And then Pep made mistakes. I'm sorry, keeping Mendy on, and switching Zinchenko to the back. Well, as I said earlier, as soon as Zinchenko switched to the back, Mendy's got to be off. Critical Talk says Mendy just a slow stiff, stupid defender. I'm sorry, not good enough. You wouldn't even get into the Arsenal team. If we beat Dortmund, then I will. If we don't beat, yeah, Boothie. I might not do a show if we don't get through in the Champions League. If Delap had not been played yesterday, I think he could have done a job in this game. He has to be on the bench against Dortmund, as we have no other strikers who are fit, says Beyond Gaming. We've got Jesus. I can understand why Delap's not around, but for me, he has to be. He is going to be in the squad, but yeah, makes today a total waste and a giveaway. Yeah, Boothie, why bother to turn it up? True. We know there's only one good starting lineup we can produce, and there's far too many players in our squad who aren't good enough yet. As I said, they're squad players, but you can't play your squad players and expect to do well on a consistent basis, on even a one-off basis, because they haven't played together. We can't rely on our second team. They need to have a good look in the mirror and think about moving on. That's going to be a question we'll do soon. I'll get a couple of guests on, and we're waiting to do that. I'm worried with the way Pep is pushing out Aguero. I don't care. Critical talk. Sentiment right now is out the window. There's no room for sentiment. I hope we knock out Dortmund, because if we don't, then dropping all these players will all go to waste. Diaz, Walker, Rodri, Gundogan, Mahrez, KDB all will start. Next game, so it's fresh and better team. Next game, we'll see it. It could easily unravel, yep. I think if Laporte had not been ill, he would have started this game. Yeah, and I think it would have made a difference. I really do. I really do think he would have made a difference just to have that extra quality. Do you think Zinchenko should start over Cancelo? He hasn't done it for me. No, I think Cancelo for me. I think still Cancelo. Ahmed said if Sterling had scored his first greedy shot, then people would have said he's back. I'm not going to jump on the Sterling bandwagon, because when he's back, I remember the people that no one's slagging him off, Ahmed. He's not been back for 2 seasons. Trust me. Last season, he got 20 league goals, and people were wowing about his 20 league goals. He got 1 Premier League assist. That, to me, doesn't strike me as a team player. It's just based on stats, but I see it with my eyes as well. He's not contributing enough. This season, he's on about 15 goals and assists. Not good enough in the league. I said it before, there's a possibility to lose everything. I've said it. That's why I hate having the Carabao Cup. I hate having the Carabao Cup now, because it knocks us off our stride. We have to put out a good side then, where we could possibly been resting players. Torres didn't take anybody. City original, you'll see Mahrez does, and now everyone is saying that he's the best centre back in England. People are full of crap when they could easily turn the players. It's pathetic. Well, you know me, Faris. I said Stones needed a run of games. I said Stones needed confidence. I said Stones emotional problems behind him, and let's see what he can do. I said he needs to do it. Should sign Real Madrid. Mendy, says TKTV. Yeah. Look, when we got Mendy, I remember around that time I was speaking to a guy who's a scout in France, and he was talking about Ferland Mendy. The season, not long, was it the same season we bought Ben Mendy, or the season after? He said Ferland Mendy is actually your man, but he'll go to Real Madrid. Beyond Autocom says, I'm worried as we now need to hope that United lose to Spurs and Liverpool to win the league, and Liverpool to win the league, or else it's going to be squeaky bum time. Yeah, 8 points is still, it's in our favour, but that just means we have to put out stronger sides when we want to be focusing on other competitions. Tottenham will get something from United tomorrow, and because of today's poor performance, I'm hoping they do. It is a City original. Faris, this is what Ahmed says, and now that's what people are saying about Sterling. Trust me, he'll be back. When? Here's a question. When will Sterling be back? You can do a compilation from the last 2 seasons and show me how many times Sterling has dribbled past his man. It won't be too many. He's had a couple of, you can think, yeah, he's doing it there and there. But too many times he's tried to knock it past his man. He's done nothing. We should really consider if Cancelo should start in the Champions League. He's been so bad, I can't believe it. If we had Rafinha instead of Sterling in the team, we would have scored those chances. Sell Sterling. Look, you don't know if Rafinha is look, it's the same with a lot of players. You look at them and you say, oh, yeah, they're so exciting. If Rafinha tries 10 one-on-ones or 10 dribbles and he succeeds with 4, you remember those 4. You forget the 6 that he didn't succeed. That's the issue. Still Sterling by quality wingers. Can't argue with that. Akash, no one would offer 100 million for Sterling. I can't argue with that either, Faris. Come on, Aston Villa, says Faris. If a good offer came in for Sterling, I'd sell him and get a new winger, says Beyond Gaming. What has happened to Raheem? He's looking poor lately. Have to admit, I'm worried about next game. who could replace Sterling. I'm not worried about it yet. I'm not worried. Sterling got Neto in. They'd ask 50, 60 million for Neto. If Real Madrid come in 90 plus for Sterling, City should take it. If Sterling improves, then it's different. I don't see it. Vinicius Jr., possible. But you've got to remember, teams don't want to sell their best players. If a good offer came, yeah. I know a lot of people want him to go. How do you see it? Get rid of Mendy. No one's paying his wages. Yeah, it might be going back to what we did when we had people like Wayne Bridge or others where we end up giving them away and paying half the wages. Wrong choice for Pep, Torres, Sterling, and Mendy. But Omar, if he plays the first team players who he's saving from Dortmund and they get injured or tired, he'll get criticised. I'll take Sancho. Well, Sancho's not coming hard. Let's not worry about that. What do you think Sterling needs, Ray? Because he looks like he doesn't want to try anymore. He's going through what Mane is right now. What he needs to learn. He needs to learn some tricks. He needs to learn how to dribble. I don't see that. I don't see him dribbling. I said this ages ago. I said, look at Foden. All right, Foden's work didn't come off today, but Foden tries tricks. He tries using skill, and then hope that his pace does the rest. A couple of seasons ago, I thought Sterling could do that. Okay, I thought he used his pace better. He used his skill to gain half the yard, and then his pace to blast past the player. That's what Foden does. Sterling isn't doing it now. He's doing far too much kick the ball, run past the player and hope to pick it up. Not enough for me. He's not doing enough damage. Ahmed says Sterling should shoot every time he was outside the box. The amount of players Leeds had in the box, a shot. Yeah, look, he was doing it more and more, and maybe that was the way to go. But look, we allowed Leeds to do what they wanted. They played narrow. We allowed that. Sterling doesn't dribble. He's terrible shooting. Can create and misses. Yep. Can't create. I think Sterling should be dropped, but certainly not sold. We missed it in for Mahrez. Yeah, true. Cancelo will come back. He's a talented player. Remember his performance in the round of 16 against Gladbach. I do, but he's not consistently great. We have Torres, Jesus, Bernardo, Mahrez, Foden. We shouldn't worry about Sterling's replacement right now. We should need to get a striker in, and if Ferner or Mendy leave, we need to replace them. Against Dortmund, I can see Pep playing the same team as last time, maybe Zinni in. Real Madrid, Mendy would be brilliant signing and could be signed for around 60, 70 million, as they can easily replace by getting Reguilon back from Spurs. It's just not dribbling his overall game. Yeah, I agree, Faris. I don't know. There's lots of things that can affect him. Confidence, form, fitness. I don't know what it is. But, he's not contributing enough. Beat back 5 players. What am I talking about here? You go, that move. I don't think he beat 5 players. His pace did it. Okay, his pace. And when it came to being decisive, what did he do? Did he pass to, was it Jesus on one side or whoever was on the other? What did Sterling do with it? He ballsed it up. 18, 19 Sterling comebacks is hard. Sterling didn't dribble. Past anyone, he literally knocked it and ran. Absolutely harsh. Anyway, that you look, basically, you got Adama Traore. Knock it past and run. Sterling has already been dropped. Still no improvement. I agree. We have to sell him, says Ivan. Gabby's not good enough, says Adam. There's a few there. I said it. Not good enough. Gabby will put in some good, hard-working performances and score some cracking goals. And you say, yeah, he could make it, but he's always flattered to deceive. Yeah? You think he's going to do it, and then he just can't do it. It's not enough for me. Mendy is untouchable at Madrid. We can't just choose who we want and throw money at it. I do agree. He should have passed. So what's the point of having that run? Selling has him in at the high standards. We expect him to be ready, but I don't think we should sell him. I've not seen the same Sterling since he had the injury last season. Well, the honour to give him. I said he started last season on fire, first 4 games. Went to play for England, played well, came back. His star was shining. People were talking about a £200 million player. Maybe it's got to him. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Maybe the fame, money, popularity, power. Maybe all these things have got to him. I don't know. Gabby defends well from the front. Pep likes his work rate and is closing down. Yeah, fantastic. I'd like him to score more goals. I'd like him to have a better first touch. I'd like him not to be offside when he doesn't need to be. There you go. There's just 3 quick points. I'd like him to be able to head a ball with his eyes open and actually head it where he wants to head it with his head. Is Sterling a problem, Khairuddin? Yeah, Sterling was poor. I've said it for nearly 2 seasons now. Okay, people think I come on here and criticize Mahrez. I'll criticize anybody I don't think is pulling their weight, doing a good job. He's not been a good enough player for me for 1.5 seasons. People can pull up some good performances here and there, but not consistently good enough for me. I expected a worse performance because of the players that were left out. It was a great performance, but I'm not massively worried. Ikram, look, I said because the players that are left out, you know it's not going to be the same. But there's once again, too many players are not putting in the shift in, not playing well enough. And you just think, if we need to play 3 or 4 players like today, and they put in a shocking performance, we're going to lose games. You can't be doing that. This game is going to slightly knock our confidence, and it's going to knock us out of our stride. And we're going to have to play stronger teams in the league games. He's going to look. Who's that, Faris? He's going to look bad when Sterling and Torres are with him. Jesus, I agree. I agree with that. Jesus is going to do that because those guys weren't good enough. Yes, he looked better with Mahrez and Foden because they're better players. It doesn't make Jesus a better player, but it gives him more space. It gives him more time. It gives him better quality to work with. Sterling, who knows, Ivan? Who knows? It's going to happen. Yeah, absolutely, Haj. And that's the way it is. But still, I said Sterling should be scoring 20 goals a season like he got last season and getting at least 10 or 12 assists. He's got to be putting in the numbers. KDB, was it last season he got 20 assists and 13 goals in the league? That's 33. Sterling got 21. If you want the same money, put in the same performances, put in the same level, put in the same contribution. People call me up saying Gabby isn't Aguero. I said it, Adam. He isn't. He isn't. Just saw the 13-14 City vs Liverpool Premier League game. Sterling cost Liverpool that game. He was always bad at finishing. Hasn't improved one bit. If United beat Spurs, we might have to play a strong team. Vaj, we're going to have to. If United keep winning, we're going to have to start playing stronger teams. 8 points with 5 games to go. We're giving it. And let's just say we lose to Villa or draw with Villa. We're going to start wobbling. It's good. They're not all tapping Zakash. I disagree, but he had that ability to find space in the box, to create that space, to have that shot at the far post. He's not doing it now. Ikram, I think Aguero was injured again. When Jesus had Mahrez and Aguero with him against Leicester, who was better. It was a better team. He looked much better and played better. Yeah, but part of that is because he might have a little bit more people like Mahrez. Sane was different gravy to Sterling, says Haj. Look, Sane one season got 15 assists and 10 goals. People forget about that. I think actually Sterling got a little bit more, but Sane was awesome that season. How did Sane make him look better when they both played on the left? Sterling played on the right in the Centurion season. Most of Jesus' goals are tap-ins or goals most people would score, says Haj. Mahrez and De Bruyne is the key when Belissa played defensive. Marco Bielsa. Sane played left wing and right wing, says Akash. Yep. Hey, Spencer Mark. Next few games are important, absolutely. I would love to try playing Gabby on the left with a false 9, so he does his beyond the gaming. Jesus can't shoot from long range. Well, you want him to be scoring the tap-ins and the headers. Altis, how you doing, buddy? City were lucky in the first game. Leeds knew that they would have a good chance today because of the hard game that you had midweek. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried. The point is, look, City dropped 6 first-team players, and they played guys who hadn't had much game time, like Torres. He hasn't had any game time. Aki hasn't played since Boxing Day. Mendy has hardly played, and he's not good enough. Zinchenko only plays now and again. So Aki. I was mentioned him, Anta. So we had too many players who haven't played regularly. What I would say, critical talk, is that Sterling's inconsistency is becoming a problem. Let's remember the amount of open goals Sterling has missed in a City shirt. Various fan channels dancing when City lost today. Goldbridge, stuff from Spencer. There's something I said. A couple of things I said earlier on the pre-match, on the lineup show, the Team News show. And I said, you get social media and they pander for the people, and people like that, fine. if you're the sensible comments get ignored, and it's the drama and all that where people watch for that drama. Good for you. I can't go down that route. City have not play in this match. The only good news is our keepers have rested against for Dortmund. The hate for City, the hate for City is unreal. Let's move on, guys. Let's not worry about it. Well, that's 40 minutes, guys. I'm knackered. I'll be honest, guys. I did a 90-minute interview this morning with 3 managers from the National League. I did that. I did the thing with you guys. I'd done some editing on videos. I've got to edit another video, and I got to get ready for a show tomorrow. It's just on, and this is so disappointing. It's so disappointing when everything else is going really well. That City chucked this kind of performance in. Prediction against Dortmund, Spencer Mark. It's going to go one of 2 ways. Dortmund 2, Man City 0, or 1-1. How about that? 1-1, and it's going to be a squeaky bum time. United, I've lost to Sheffield United, Spurs, Palace. Chelsea got smoked 5-2. Liverpool have been beaten by most bottom now. Isn't that a lot? Yeah, but the thing is, they got nothing else to talk about, Haj. So they got to, there's been so little to have a pop at City for this season. City have lost to the top table teams, not top 10, bottom 6, like United and Scousers. We will rise again, absolutely. Let's all bottle pool lose. I'm not worried about that. I just want United not to win. Haaland to get the win. We should have won today with what we had. Spencer Matt. That's the truth. We had enough chances. Hopefully, when KDB, Mahrez, Foden, Gundogan back inside against Dortmund, it'll be a more lively performance. Do you think? But why would Dortmund pack up? Look, Dortmund need a 1-0 win to get through. They know they need to score. Do they do what Leeds do? Then we'll just pack up as well. Yeah, I think we need to score, Haj. If we score first, pressure on Dortmund, and then if we can score 2 goals, they're gone. Well, they should be gone. We don't need to watch Liverpool results. Yeah, absolutely. Liverpool can't win the league. If we don't take our chance against Dortmund, we will be punished. Absolutely, Adam. That's the frustration. When all is said and done, we had enough chances to win the game. When all is said and done, and we didn't take them. Dortmund they have to believe they can beat us, otherwise they'll lose. I don't think we need to get. I want a striker, Spencer Matt, but I don't think we need one. City were mid-table at one point, and then Liverpool and United bottle the lead at the top. Absolutely, first goal is crucial. Absolutely. 2 goals, yeah. If we get 2 goals and beat 2, they're out. If we get 2 goals, they need 4. They shouldn't be getting 4 against us. Let's be honest. I don't know. I'm not worried about strikers. Honestly, I'm not worried about strikers. Guys, I think that's my lot. I'm going to go and do some video editing. It's been a tough old watch, tough old afternoon. I didn't think it's going to be easy, but I thought we would do better than that. Torres' performance, Ikram. Not confident enough. That's the truth. Not confident enough to take people on. His goal, well taken goal. He did what I like. One thing I like about him, when he has a shot, his shots are to beat the keeper. He shoots to beat the keeper. He doesn't shoot and hope that it beats the keeper. He places it past the keeper. The last game, you saw KDB, when he shot, when he scored that goal against Dortmund, he just hit it low and hard, got a good connection, hit it on target, it went past the keeper. A bit of luck involved there. Sterling tried the same. Foden tried the same when he hit the keeper. Whereas Torres, he tries to beat the keeper. And I think you got a better chance of scoring that way. Sterling got a similar chance and put it wide. Torres slotted it home. Absolutely. Torres top scorer in Champions League for us. Sterling does hit and miss through the legs. We'll see, guys. We'll see. Right, guys. Have a good evening. Good afternoon. Good evening. Watch some games. Let's see what happens. Take it easy, guys. We'll come back. We'll bounce back.